Shalom. Kol Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Just making a real quick video, just an update video. But of course, a whole bunch of talk of World War III, especially what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. But as you can see, this is from India Today. And it says, risk of nuclear war high. European countries ask people to stock up food and water. It says World War III might not be too far. Some countries believe. While U.S. President Joe Biden has supplied the U.S. with long-range American missiles, Vladimir Putin has decreased the threshold for the use of nuclear weapons in Russia. NATO countries afraid issued pamphlets to their citizens advising them on how to prepare for World War III. Yeah, and that's the point. We don't even need to read any more of the article because that summed up everything. But basically, as you can see, a lot of world leaders and people in high positions, they recognize that based upon current events, World War III is right around the corner. It's very, very, very close. And now you have different European, or it even says NATO countries, they're issuing pamphlets to their citizens, basically giving them advice on how to prepare for World War III. And you know what that means, just stocking up on food, water, having some kind of additional shelter, a room that you can go to, maybe even leaving, who knows? Who knows? But we bring out articles like this so that the elect can see that World War III, as prophesied in the Bible, is it's on the horizon. It's being talked about. So we know that we're living in the end times right now. Our job is to hear these things and repent while the opportunity is near, while we have the time to do so. Because Babylon the Great, which is America, is going to lose. They're going to lose World War III. This place is going to be completely destroyed, as plenty places in the Bible talk about. Jeremiah, Revelation, it's even in Isaiah. It's all over the place. And so we're looking to receive salvation. We're looking to receive salvation and to be delivered from this upcoming destruction. Let's jump over to this article right here. It says Russia warns of world war after Biden's decision on missiles for Ukraine. President Biden's decision to allow Ukraine to fire U.S.-made and supplied missiles deeper into Russia, a major policy shift announced over the weekend after months of intense lobbying for Kyiv, I guess, has drawn furious response from Moscow. So basically, the U.S., Babylon the Great, supplied Ukraine with U.S.-made missiles. And those missiles were shot into Russia. They used them. It says, while there was no immediate reaction directly from the man who launched the nearly 3-year war on his neighboring nation, lawmakers aligned with President Vladimir Putin in Russia said Monday that the move was unacceptable and warned it could lead to a third world war. And it will. It will. I mean, there's so many different things that's been happening. That's why you have the elders that go into the elder Requia Kwam and also Elder Ariala. They make that World War III algorithm, not saying that they know exactly. They're going to be able to predict exactly when World War III pops off. No, but it's just giving us signs and events to look out for that could lead up to World War III. And now we know how to measure the time. We know what time we're living in. We know, okay, now is the time to repent. Now is the time to ask for mercy and do right in our grace period. Because we see the algorithm, we see the signs. We're lining things up with what the Bible says will be happening in the end days. Okay, so now logically or spiritually, we can come to a conclusion and say that World War III is here. This is the end, right? So we're not going to read any more on this article either, but both of these were sent to my email. I just wanted to touch on both of them, all for the purpose of, like I said, look at this guy, all for the purpose of showing that biblical prophecy is right around the corner concerning World War III. So very, very simple. Simply, we're going to just grab all those relevant precepts, well, just a few of them, I guess, concerning World War III. So this is Revelation 11 and 14. Obviously, it says the second woe is past. The second woe is World War II. Woe right here represents a large or great destruction. So the second woe, or World War II, is past. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The third world's war. World War III, it cometh very, very quickly, obviously. And that's why we're bringing out these articles. That's why the elders make that World War III algorithm. Very plain and simple. I had Zephaniah up, so I'll jump back to that one. It's a good one as well. Zephaniah 3, verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. And that's going to happen in the midst of World War III. The Lord is gathering all the nations, and he's gathering them where? Well, Joel tells us in the Middle East, the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is in the Middle East. And the Lord is going to return in the midst of World War III. And not only is he going to destroy those armies, but he's also going to aid in the destruction of America, which is Babylon the Great. You can read about that in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, to start at verse 1. And you'll read a very descriptive message, I guess we'll say, or a very descriptive story going into World War III. That's what 2nd Ezra 13 is. It's a story, right? It's a nice illustration. Let's grab one more. Jeremiah. Actually, let's go back to Revelation to at least get 3. Revelation 18. No need to make this long. We know that World War III is here, but as prophets, all we're doing is just updating the elect. As we see things, we're just blowing the horn, sounding the alarm. So we're lining these things up as we hear it with prophecy, so that the elect can continue to get edified. This is Revelation 18, and we'll read, I usually get 8. Let me see. 9 and 10 is good. Yeah, I'm going to read Revelation 18. I'm going to start at verse 16, and I'm going to read through verse 18. It says, and saying, alas, alas, that great city, this is talking about Babylon the Great, which is America, that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. And that's all it's going to take, about an hour. That's it, for America to be completely destroyed. It says, in every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? I'll read verse 19. And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate. So you're going to have all these people that traded, right? They're going to be looking afar off, and they're going to see from all the destruction, all the missiles that were launched on this place. They're going to see the smoke ascending, going up in the air, and they're going to be upset because this was a place of great imports. You could trade over here, sell your goods, make some money, bring the money back home, and live well off, right? But they're going to be upset because now they won't be able to do that anymore. Why? Because America is going to be completely destroyed in World War III. That's the second death. Salvation is being delivered from that destruction, from that death. No one has been saved right now, and no one knows if they're going to be saved. That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping to receive salvation, right? That's why we make these videos. That's why we blow the alarm or sound the alarm, blow the trumpet. Once again, now the elect hears it, they see it. Okay, we're close. Let me repent. Let me turn to the Lord. Let me do what I can to hopefully receive salvation. And then when the nuclear destruction comes, Lord's will, you, me, all of us, we're caught up in those chariots and we've been delivered. That's our hope. So Lord's will, this was edifying to the elect. Call Halayim Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rachakudash, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.